Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off your hot and cold water supplies. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Samsung washer control module. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new control module. The control module is located inside the control panel on the washing machine, and it's where you select your wash cycle and the other options. The main reason you'd be changing it out is if it's not responding to your input. In order to change the part, we have to go to the back of the machine. We have to remove this access cover. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver and remove the screws. With the screws off, we can lift the cover off. All you have to do is lift up on it, and it should just come right out. Once you pull it out, you can set it aside. Now that we have the back cover off, we have access to the screws so we can take the front of the control panel off. But before we do, we're going to lay a towel up on the top of the washer because we're going to set it up there so we can work on it. Once you have the towel up there, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to remove these screws. Once you have the screws out, we can rotate the control panel up and lift the locking tabs out from the machine. And then we can set the control panel on the towel. Now that we have the control panel open, we have to remove the main control board in order to get to the control module. So the first thing we're going to do is remove this cover. It's held in by locking tabs, which you can release by taking a small screwdriver and popping them open. You should only have to do a few of them and hopefully the whole thing will come off. Once you have it off, you can set it aside. Now that we have the cover out of the way, we can remove the two wires that connect the main control board and the control module together. They both have locking tabs on them, so all you have to do is release them and pull the wire harnesses apart. The other one's connected right to the control board, so we're just going to press that with a small flathead screwdriver and pull it off. Once you have those disconnected, you can get them out of the way. And we can use our Phillips screwdriver to remove the screws that hold the two control boards together. Once you have the screws loose, they're kind of recessed down in there. They're hard to grab, so if you have to, you can take a small flathead screwdriver and pop them out. Now we have to take the main control board off the control module. We're going to use a flathead screwdriver and release all these tabs that go around one side. You can use this little tab right here to lift up on the main control board. As you release them, you want to put some pressure on it, otherwise they'll just snap back down and lock in place. Once you have enough of them released, you should be able to just lift the control board up. And then we're going to pull the control panel away from it and set the control board down so we can take the control module out. We have to release all these white plastic tabs on this one to get it out. So same as the main control board, you want to lift up over here to make sure that when you release these, they don't relock. And then once you go around and release enough of them, you should be able to lift it out of the control panel. There's also one on the end down here you can release. And once you have those off, you can rotate it up, and the ones on the other side will just release. And then you can pull the control module out. Here's the old control module next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. It looks like they made this control module to cover a few different models. Ours doesn't have this plastic shield on it, so we're going to take it off. If your old one had it, leave it on because the different style buttons may need this. To get this off, it's just held on by a few clips, and all you have to do is snap it off. Once you have this cover off, you can just leave it with the old one. Before we put the new control module in, we have to line up the knob in the shaft on the control. So you want to make sure that the flats are lined up, so when we rotate it over and snap it in place, the knob goes onto the shaft. To put the module in, you just want to drop the back side in and rotate it up so the shaft goes onto the knob. And once you feel that go on, then you can press it down into place so all the tabs lock it in. Once you have it all snapped into place so it won't fall out, we're going to turn it back over and just make sure the knob turns like it's supposed to. Once you have it all secure and you're sure it's in there good, then we can turn it back over and put the main control board back in. We can pick up the main control board and slide the control panel underneath it. And same as we snapped in the control module, we're going to rest this on top in place and then go around and snap it down. Once you have everything down and secure, we can go around and put the screws back in and use our Phillips screwdriver to tighten them down. Now we can reconnect the wire harnesses. The control module, you want to make sure that the wires come from down there and up into this little clip. So we're going to move these over here like this and then let it rest, and we can reconnect the two wire harness clips. Remember, all you have to do is plug them back together, make sure they snap and lock, and get a good connection. Now we can put the cover back on, same as the main control board. When we put it back on, you want to line up all the locking tabs, and then all you have to do is push it down into place and snap it together so it's held on. Once you have the cover reinstalled, we can put the control board back in place. You want to make sure that these tabs right here are lined up with the holes in the top of the washer. And then you can rotate it back into place so we can screw it down. As you're going down, you want to make sure that these locating pins go into their holes so the control panel is in the right spot. Once you have them in, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Now that we have the control panel secure, we can take the towel off the top of the washer and put the back access panel on the control panel. To put the rear cover on, all you have to do is lift it up so this little lip right here goes underneath here. Once you have it in, you can rotate it down and push it into place, and then we can go around and put all the screws in. Now that we have the part installed, we can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.